Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. We are finally here at my November favorites video. This is my last monthly favorites that I will do for the entire year, and then in December I will do my yearly favorites, which is just mind-blowing to me that we're here. Like, this is it. It is almost December. So I'm going to be sharing fashion, beauty, and home of my favorite products that I used like the most this month, and also like I added in just a couple months ago, I will add in my peak and my pit of the month. So those are fun too. But if you are new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. I would love to have you guys join the fam. I put up 3 videos a week, like fashion, a little bit of beauty, and I will be incorporating like maybe once or twice a month motherhood stuff as we do get closer and closer to my due date in April. So thank you guys for watching, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I want to start out with my peak and my pit because I feel like those are important. You know, I try to tell you guys, like, yes, I'm sharing stuff, but it's just not all about stuff all the time. You know, it's also about memories and the things that happen in a month. So I wrote them down to make sure I don't forget. So the first was actually getting to see my family for Thanksgiving, like my full family. Last year in 2020, we all know it was just crazy, and right around this time it was picking back up. And I'm trying not to say like what the sickness was. We all know what 2020 was because I don't know if YouTube kind of blocks that word the same way that Insta does, but I had some family members that got sick like a week before Thanksgiving. So last Thanksgiving was just so different from previous years, and this year it felt so good to go back to normal and hug my grandmother and see all my siblings. So it was really nice to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving with our family. Plus, in November we finished my son's genetic testing, which was a big, huge weight lifted off my shoulders. The last test I did was at 16 weeks for spina bifida, and that came back negative. And then actually next up is going to be his anatomy scan. So if you guys are praying people, just keep us in your thoughts and prayers tomorrow at 9 a.m. It'll be Thursday, December 2nd at 9 a.m. We have his anatomy scan, and I believe that everything's gonna be okay, but you know, just always good to get confirmation. So if you guys just say a little prayer for us, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's where we'll be. Is getting to look at our little boy for a whole hour. And my pit of this year was actually seeing how grumpy and like remembering how grumpy everyone gets around the holidays. Like some of the, and I'm not kidding, some of the meanest people at the grocery store, like the worst behaved, they're just mad, they push and shove and are just like rude, are always around holidays, specifically, and I don't know why, Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, I refuse to go to the grocery store the week before Easter Sunday because people are evil. And like, we had a woman, there was one year this woman was just so mean to everybody, people, her husband, the workers, and I was like, sis, it is like, Easter is like 2 days away, like maybe you tone it down. And I feel like a lot of people just forgot how to like socialize and behave in public. And so when I did some Christmas shopping out in public in November, I was like, okay, people forgot how to behave. This is terrible. So that was really it, but overall November was a great month. So let's start out with fashion. These shoes, okay, I'm totally going to have to retract what I've said before. I have had boots like these. I'll link the boots that I had like these from Amazon. The biggest difference, at least, I don't know if they still sell them, where mine had a button and my dog got a hold of them and ripped the button off because sometimes he just likes to act like he's a puppy, even though he's like 5 or 6 years old. And I'm just like, what? Why would you rip the button off my shoes? So I finally decided to invest in a good pair of Uggs in November, and you guys, these are so much better than any other boots. Like, I've had so many different brands of them. I have had the Costco kind, and I actually looked for those for a while, but I guess this color in a size 10 is a very popular combo because I could never find them. And so I did have to go up half a size to a 10 in the Uggs, but I finally decided, I was like, let's just pull the trigger, let's just get the shoes. And guys, these are so good. They're so much warmer than any of the other ones. The inside is a lot more plush. And I do feel like for as much as I wore them especially, they have held their shape beautifully. Like the Amazon ones, they did kind of start to look a little rough around the edges right around the time Zeus ripped off the button. And I'd only had those for a year. So I will of course have to, you know, see where we are in a year, but I can already tell just like the structure of these, they're a little bit better made. So don't hate me, but I did. I invested in the Uggs and I absolutely love them. Next up, something I have loved all month, and don't hate on my Christmas jolly. I believe if you are not celebrating Thanksgiving, I believe if you are not hosting Thanksgiving, you can totally decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving. If you're hosting, I don't believe that. I don't think that there should be Christmas trees up when you are hosting Thanksgiving. My mom has the most beautiful tablescapes for Thanksgiving. Like, no one can host a party like Susan Cooper can. And so she doesn't ever decorate before Thanksgiving because she hosts and I get to. So I started wearing my Christmas sweaters this month, and I started wearing all of my little Christmas earrings. So I'll do close-ups of each of these. I even have a little pair on today. These are a little bit more dainty and also a little bit more high-end. These are Kendra Scott. They're like gold bows. They were on her website the other day when I looked, but hopefully they are on her website now. But they're just like these little gold bows, and I got my mom a pair in silver as well, and they are so pretty. But these are from Amazon. They're like really lightweight. They're actually a fabric back, so when they like hit against you, they're not like heavy and hard like some other brands out there. And I also got these cute little bows from Red Dress Boutique. Now these did take a little bit more time to come in because they were from Red Dress Boutique, which is odd because literally that like the corporate, I believe, or like their headquarters or warehouse or whatever, I believe it's in Georgia. And because that's where all my stuff always ships from, but it took forever for these to get here. So if you're thinking of a time frame, definitely go with the option from Amazon. They do have a lot more patterns or kinds than these, but I do love these little bows from Red Dress. They're so pretty. Something else I used a ton this month because it's actually finally getting cold here, although it's supposed to be like 70 tomorrow, is this Barefoot Dreams robe. I love this robe so much because it is one of the softest I've ever owned. It has held its structure very well. I bought this shortly after I found out I was pregnant, and I used it, but it was still very hot outside. And now that it is cool, I spend hours in this in the morning when I am like getting ready and doing some work on the computer. Like even when I'll be fully dressed, sometimes I'll just like put my robe on because it's so dang soft. So to each its own, but I love the Barefoot Dreams robe. I used it a ton this month. Another product that I used a lot this month, and I've actually had for a long time, were my On Clouds. So I have, I don't know the full name of these, but I got these during the Nordstrom sale, and I bought them because I knew that mine were actually going to kick the bucket very soon. And I think they are like two completely different kinds. They're both women's shoes, but I did get a 9.5 in both of them, and they both fit true to size. So I got these kind of in prep for those to kick the bucket because the Orange Theory rose straps completely destroyed the top of my other On Clouds. Bummed me out, so I got these like darker pair, and I've actually been able to wear them this month because my other ones kicked the bucket, and those are super, super comfortable, and they're actually a little bit more narrow in the toes than the other ones I had, which I really do like. So for beauty, I tried out the Hollywood Flawless Filter for a Superstar Youth Glow. I guess it's like supposed to kind of be a tinted moisturizer, so they say you can use this by itself or under and on top of foundation. I think that would be a little bit too thick to do on a foundation or even under a foundation because I actually wear this by itself. I'm not wearing it today because it is a light coverage. I needed a little bit more full coverage, so I went with my Full Bare Minerals today. But if you're just looking for like a lightweight sheer coverage, this is really, really pretty. I got the color One Fair, and I purchased this during the Sephora sale. And the one thing I have to say is that Charlotte Tilbury has like the worst samples of things. And I don't know why, but it's really, really frustrating because I actually had a sample of this and it was not enough product, like not even sort of, that I actually bought this whole thing. And I was like, okay, if I hate it, like I bought it from the Sephora sale, like at least it's on sale, you know, I can still return it. But I was just like, I hate returning makeup. And so that is the only thing about Charlotte Tilbury that I'm not crazy about, is the samples are not enough to accurately try it out. But I'm actually glad I bought the full size of this because I've been wearing this a lot lately just when I need like lighter coverage. When I'm not filming, you know, it's not anything crazy. These Colleen Rothschild glycolic acid peel pads with blue agave. I shared a full skincare video talking all about Colleen Rothschild skincare and all about these the other day. I will link that in the description bar below. These are great, and like I shared in the video, for in between times of exfoliation, because now that my skin is super, super dry, I've kind of been like, I don't know what the heck to do. I've never had to like exfoliate off so much dead skin from my face in my life, but these are great for in between. They help like hyperpigmentation. They just help the dullness of your skin, and it's just like a quick little sweep all over your skin, and it just makes your face feel a lot fresher. So like I said, this is like for in between when I need to exfoliate, so this isn't gonna pull off like, you know, the heavy, like large amounts of dead skin, but I have been loving these peel pads. They just make my face feel very refreshed. So this is a product I've actually been carrying in my purse. I have the big jar of this, and I've actually had this jar for a very long time, but use it a lot now. So this is the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream for your body for very dry, sensitive skin. It says intense moisture for 24-hour hydration. I love Cetaphil because it's one of the only products that ever worked on my eczema that wasn't a steroid. Like I remember when I was in, I think it was high school and college, the only thing that worked on my skin was a steroid and nothing else until I found Cetaphil. So I have this huge tub of it, and I was only using it, you know, on my elbows, where I would get eczema flare-ups. Well, now during the day, that's actually what I use on my belly, and I really like it because it's not oily like the bio oil is. So it's great, it absorbs quick, but it's still very hydrating. So I've been keeping this in my purse because I've started getting the smallest, like there's this one little tiny section at the very bottom of my belly that at the end of the day will just like a little bit of itch, and not much, it's not overwhelming. It's just enough that I definitely notice it, and I'm like, I think my belly's itching because of pregnancy. And I've told you guys like many times, my stretch marks to my family are like sand to the beach. So they're coming. I'm trying to just delay the inevitable. So I've been using this, and I carry this in my purse, and I will put this, if my stomach itches, I'm like, hold on, stop, wait, I gotta put the moisturizer on because I can't do this. It's like I will scratch it. And then this, ooh, don't hate me for this. This is such a bougie lip gloss. I can justify it because I bought it on the Sephora sale. I had a ton of points. That's what it was. I had so many points from Sephora. And I was like, you know what? I've heard Emily Gimma say so many good things about this gorgeous Tom Ford lip gloss. So I'm gonna buy it because I buy basically any beauty product she talks about. And y'all, she was so right. This is such a gorgeous gloss, but I did buy it with my Sephora points. So it's a little bougie, but this is the Tom Ford Gloss Luxe in the color 14. I believe it's just said crystalline. I'm wearing it today. First of all, the packaging is like bougie, which it should be for as much as you pay for a lip gloss, but it's just a really light, pretty pink color. And I wear this, I'll link my lip combo in the description bar below for you guys. I'll link my full makeup. But what I've been doing is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner with the Charlotte Tilbury KKW lipstick, and then this gloss over the top, or Pat McGrath one, but I've been using this a lot more than Pat McGrath. It is the most gorgeous lip combo ever. So bougie as all get out, but I don't regret it. Not one part of me regrets that. Now for home. So I have one of them here. The other ones I'll just have to talk about. So the first is my pregnancy pillow. Praise the Lord for that thing now that I can't sleep on my back or my stomach. That has been a very hard adjustment, but I have finally found a comfortable position to sleep in. And it's basically, I have to sleep. So if you're looking at my bed, you're like standing at the foot of my bed. I have my pregnancy pillow in the like, I guess, upside down U shape. When I was using it, like if you're standing at the end of my bed and it looked like a full U, I don't know, I just felt like I don't want to say I had too much control, but I did. So I was still waking up flat on my back, and I am at the point in my pregnancy where if I lay flat on my back, I get like really dizzy, which is of course dangerous. You don't want that. And so I do have to be careful, and I know my body will wake itself up or it should wake itself up if I lay on my back for too long, but because I flipped the pillow around and it looks like an upside down U now, I've actually been able to completely eliminate the whole waking up on my back thing. But I have to sleep slightly elevated, and that helps my hips so much. My hips have been in a lot of pain when I'm sleeping at night. So if I keep the pregnancy pillow actually propped up on my other pillows and sleep just slightly elevated, I am so much more comfortable. And I had a love-hate relationship with that pillow in my first trimester. I needed it because I use like all the full body pillows anyway, so I was like, I might as well just buy one pillow, and my husband absolutely still hates it with everything that he is. But now that I'm in my second trimester, grateful is an understatement for that thing. The other home favorite are these Life in Lilac candles. I have the Wonderful and Worthy, and then the Always Welcome is actually the one you can barely see it burning back there. I love the way these smell so much. Jen Reed created this line, Life in Lilac, and the Amazon man just pulled in. So sorry if you hear my dog barking, the Amazon man just pulled in. Jen Reed created this brand called Life in Lilac, and the candles smell heavenly. They're like non-toxic. I think they're like soy candles. I don't know. She has a great website, so I'll link it below. I actually purchased her holiday collection, but soon as FedEx got a hold of it. Of course, it's like now taking eons to get here. So it might even be Christmas before the dang thing even shows up. But these candles come in a gorgeous, like very nice looking package, hand painted jar, gold lid. I love the way they smell. The only thing is this one did not clean burn all the way down. And I did not touch it or do anything to it to make it not clean burn, but Always Welcome did. So I don't know if that's just the scent. I don't know if I just got unlucky. I don't know. But I cannot stand when candles don't burn all the way to the edge and then clean burn the whole way down. So I don't know, but Always Welcome did. They just smell like heaven. So I've been burning these non-stop. Always Welcome a little bit more, but this one smells heavenly too. And the last thing I have been loving this month, we told you guys on Instagram, we're trying out HelloFresh again because we just want to use it for when the baby comes. We used it in 2020 and the biggest complaint we had was that it just wasn't enough food. Like for 2 people, you only got enough for 1 plate for 2 people and that was it. And we were just like, that's not enough food. So we actually pay for the 4-person plan for me and my husband and we love it. We've been loving having just like different meals from our usual stuff. They've been doing a lot of like chicken with Dijon sauce. I feel like that's like the chef who makes the meals is like gone a little bit crazy with Dijon lately, but they are all so good. We've been very, very happy with that. So we did start using that again in November and we have both been just like loving dinner time because it's easy to cook. The instructions are clear. We can keep the instruction cards if we want to make it ourselves after without having HelloFresh, and it's just been a lifesaver to not have to be like, what do you want for dinner? What do we have? What ingredients don't we have? I love it. And that is it for today's video. Seriously, I can't believe that we're at the end of the year. It's officially December, and next time you guys are seeing a favorites video, it will be my yearly favorites. Just mind-blowing. Like, what? So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and for joining along in my little internet fam. I love you guys so much, and I hope that I see you in my next video.